What's up, guys? This is Fantasy Football Warner is Small League recap number 4. It's week 4, guys, and we've only got less than 10 weeks left, and it looks like the playoffs are kind of shaping up. Rick, 0-4, dude. That's gonna be a tough hole to climb out of. Matt finally got a win. That was big. He's only one game back. He wanted me to talk about that. How Le'Veon did. He performed very well. That's exactly what Matt picked. It's a huge game for his team. He really needed that, especially going against the 44 points of Julio Jones. It's the second week in a row Jessica's had someone on her team that has gotten over 36 points, with Marvin Jones doing it last week, and she loses again. So maybe she just needs more consistency. Her second running back slot is a joke. Dwayne Washington, really? Willie Snead at the flex? She really has no depth anymore without D'Angelo Williams. It's going to be tough. But congrats, Matt. Got the dub. A really consistent performance all the way around, except for Fleener and Alshon. Good week for Matt. Hopefully it's looking up from here. Remember, nobody's made it after starting 0-3, but Matt's trying to be the first. My team, I came in, dominated, and, kind of surprisingly now have the second most points in this league. Yes, I do. You want to check? I have the second most points in this league. Not Rick. It's me. It's Werner, then me. I've got a solid team. My wide receivers are going to get me solid points every week. I got 3 running backs. If anyone wants to trade me, I've got Frank Gore, Matt Jones. Either one of them's available for a solid wide receiver or a good tight end. It's simple math, guys. You need running backs. Jessica, you need a running back. Rick, you need a running back. Jacob Shalkovich, once again taking advantage of his opponent's miscues, beats Werner. And that's huge for Shaq. He goes to 3-1 now. He hasn't been the dominant force he was last year, but hey, 3-1's 3-1. I'm right there with him a little bit. He's just behind me because of points, but dude's looking good. Kyle Werner, that was his first loss. Tough. He would have won 2. He should be 4-0, but he did not check his lineup. And Decker had been out for a while. I don't know why he didn't set it there. Interesting. Then Kyle and Blake Choate. Blake Choate improved to 4-0, and his team just dominated. Second most points in the league. And, he's got a solid squad there. I don't see any reason he's going to switch anything up here soon until he loses. So, solid there for Blake. Kyle is, that is awful. 47.5 points. Terrible performance. I don't think you can get much worse. His highest scorer, Lamar Miller, who's always going to be consistent, but he really hasn't gotten anything out of Gurley. Quarterback position's weak, and it'll help with Brady coming back throwing to Edelman. So that'll be good there for Kyle, but yuck. Then we go to Timmy and Zach. Timmy did not start Matt Ryan or Brandon Marshall or Steve Smith, and they all had over 15 points. Matt Ryan had a day. Steve Smith had a day, and Brandon Marshall. But it didn't matter. His team went off anyway. Had 104 points. Michael Crabtree had a huge day, and Zach, I don't know what, dude. That was also an abysmal performance. He had a huge shot there, but it's not like he had anyone on the bench that did any better. It was just an awful week all around for Zach. That's our defending champion who's really struggling here moving forward. So that's your recap for week 4. Kyle also wanted me to mention that Rick is just getting very desperate here. He's sending out trades that are just making no sense. I know firsthand for me, he's been doing it a lot. He just sends me trades and then he'll decline them, and it doesn't make any sense. Latavius Murray, declining Latavius Murray, a hurt Rob Gronkowski, and a mediocre Tyrell Williams for Todd Gurley and Mike Evans. That is a joke, Rick. You really expect him to accept that? That's an awful trade. Why in the world would he do that? I don't know. Rick is getting desperate, you can tell. He does not want to miss the playoffs again. He barely squeaked in the first year, and he didn't make it last year. So, he's only a lot more losses away from having another losing record. He only needs 3 more losses. So next week, we got Zach and Luke. I'm picking myself in this one. I've got Tom Brady coming back, baby. He's going to throw some TDs. I'm not playing Rick. I'll play him next week. I'm picking myself over Zach. Werner against Jessica. I'm going Werner in this one. I think his team's just solid, and once he checks his lineup, he'll beat Jessica. Matt and Cody, I'm going Cody. Cody's got a solid team. Kind of got unlucky this week, but Odell, he'll bounce back. I'm sure Cody will have a good week. Blake Choate and Jacob Shalkovich. This is a money matchup. Now, Shalkovich has got some guys on buys. Drew Brees, Brandon Cooks, and Jimmy Graham. That's going to be tough to replace. I'm going Blake Choate in this one. Yeah, Blake Choate is going to be 5-0. I can't believe I'm even picking that. It's kind of embarrassing. Then Jacob Frederick and Kyle. Now, this is also an interesting matchup. Jacob Frederick is by far the underdog, but he has pulled out 2 wins this year, which is more than a lot of guys, and I guess more than a couple guys. And Kyle's team struggled last week. I'm going to go Kyle here, but I rode with Jacob against Rick because Rick refuses to change his team name. And just going on to that, Rick now plays Timmy, who was 2-2 and had a really good week. But Timmy also is now struggling with buys. And as much as I want to pick against Rick because his team name is still Show Me Your TDs, Timmy, it just has nobody. His entire team's on buy. And it's going to be hard to play, and he's going to have to drop someone if he wants to have a full lineup. So I don't know what he does here. That's the problem with having a bunch of people on the same team, but I'm going to go with Rick. If he loses this week, there's no hope for him at all because Timmy literally has everybody on a bye. So those are my picks. Now we'll go into the power rankings quick. Power rankings, we got number 1, Blake Choate, up 4 spots. And this dude's cooking right now, 4-0, top of the league. Don't know really how, but he is. Next is me. I'm up 2 slots to number 2. My team has been dominating the last 2 weeks. High-scoring team both weeks. Then we got number 3 is Jacob Shalkovich. He's also 3-1. Werner, just because the dude didn't check your lineup, you're down to number 4. He's down 3 spots from number 1. Cody, tough week this week. Just had to play me, so I'm dropping you down to number 5. You're down 3. Timmy, big week, even with benching. I mean, maybe you just had to motivate your team. You're up 4 to number 6. Jessica, tough L to take there against Matt. He hadn't won a game, so I'm moving you down 1 to number 7. Freddie, you're going up 3, beating Rick. It's just solid. You're at number 8. Matt getting his first win. He goes to number 9, moves up 3. Rick, another loss, pathetic loss, and you're going down 2 to number 10. Kyle, that was also ugly. You're going down 4 to number 11. Zach, you're down 3 to number 12, and that's not going to be good. Number 12 going against me, number 2. Good luck, Zach. Good luck, everyone, the rest of the week.